Good morning, good afternoon, good day, whatever the time of day is. But welcome to Action Coach and the ongoing model review. Today we're going to cover the different models that are available, as well as some of the ongoing royalties and fees, and then finish up with some tips around the financial template to add some insight as to how the whole thing works. There are three different ways that you can become an action coach. The first one is called the practice, and the practice is really geared to an individual coach with a variety of support team if you choose, where in the office there's one person working one-on-one with clients. So it's a great way to start a business as a professional service. The second one is a premium, and the premium allows you to expand. Should you get a marketing engine that's working fantastically and you decide that you want to add a couple of coaches, this is a way to create a small bookkeeping firm, a small law firm that's similar to the model, where the people in the business are probably employees. They could be 1099s, but they are definitely revenue producing for the office. So in this model, there can be 3 acting coaches working with clients in a one-on-one capacity, as well as a support team, which would usually include someone in marketing, maybe someone part-time in administration, and potentially someone running the workshops and some of the group programs. The third option is what we call the firm. And the firm is an opportunity to have an exclusive territory. So picture owning a part of a city or maybe a county where you would be the only coach with Action Coach in that area. And in this model, you can have unlimited coaches. So it's a great way to build a professional service entity where the margins are tremendous and there's an opportunity to really scale and serve the marketplace in a very effective way. All 3 of these include 10-day training, which is out in Las Vegas. They all include an opening inventory of marketing, a business library. They all include access to the full Action Coach product offering. And in some cases, there's some payment plans, something that you'd want to talk about individually with the local master licensee. And that's it. For the different models, to find out the current pricing, you would want to take a look at the current FDD. That'll have the updated information on the pricing of the franchise license, as well as the current pricing on training. If you look at the ongoing fees and royalties, it varies depending on the model, but in general, the monthly royalty is going to be the equivalent. If you're a practice or a premium, you're going to be in that 1.5 to 2 client range. In all cases, the royalty is delayed for 3 months to give you an opportunity to get going. And then when you look at the marketing fund, it will vary depending on where you are in the country. But the long and short is that this professional service business, the cost of goods sold are very low, and the ongoing royalty stream is low as well. There are a variety of ways to fund the startup of your Action Coach business. Some people have gone with companies like Benetrends, and there are a couple others that are out there which allow you to leverage your 401k or IRA without the normal penalties of taking money out early. The only trick there, or the only catch, is that you have to be a C Corp as opposed to an S or LLC. Many coaches have started with equity lines of credit, whether it was from their home or from a stock account. Some people have gone with lines of credit from credit card companies. That can get relatively expensive. And then there's also an SBA quick loan where you can get up to $150,000 relatively quickly. The key there is you need to move on the SBA while you are still employed. They are going to look for income validation from a W-2. And the same thing typically applies to a home equity line of credit. You are going to want to establish that while you are still working, because it's a lot harder to get once you don't have an active income via a W-2. Depending on which revenue template you get, and that'll vary based on the master licensee that you're working with, I would like to share a few insights that we've seen in the territories. Number one, the ratio of group programs to one-on-one is typically 20% group, in some cases up to 30, and then the balance in one-on-one. Also, for new clients, we typically do an alignment. And so for every new client you add, you'll have an alignment. And then in the mentoring line, you'll have the number of active clients you have in that given month. So typically, the number of clients in the mentoring line will be different than the alignment line. And then the last one you'll see in there, an expense line for group programs. This is typically for the hard costs of putting somebody through the event. So if you're at a hotel, it would be to rent the room, it would be for the books that we give them, as well as any food or cocktails that are involved in the day. And finally, I'd like to close with a quote from Harry Beckwith. If you haven't read Harry Beckwith, Selling the Invisible, What Clients Love, he's a great author, and we've actually had him come to Action Coach conferences twice. He came to Hawaii, and he also came to Barcelona, which are two pretty fantastic places to be. But I'd like to share the end here, and that is, but that experience every day will make you feel more fulfilled, more complete, and more alive. And as you think about making a transition from having a traditional job to owning your own business, there will be moments of anxiety without question. But as you steer through those, what you'll find is that working with business owners to help them be more successful, to have a large impact in your community, and to build a business that can support you, your family, and where you want to go, both in the near term and the long term, will be one of the most fulfilling things that you'll ever do. I appreciate you spending time with me today.